History's most prolific serial killer may not have killed a single person, and I can prove it. For those of you who don't know, Elizabeth Báthory was a Hungarian noblewoman who allegedly killed hundreds of women between the years 1590 and 1610. Báthory was married to a man named Count Nadasdy, and they lived together in modern-day Slovakia. When Nadasdy died in 1604, Elizabeth Báthory inherited his entire estate, making her one of the richest women in Europe. In 1610 though, Báthory was allegedly caught torturing a young woman by an investigator who had been hired to investigate cruelty against her servants. In court the following month, a staggering 289 witness accounts had been compiled that accused Báthory of murdering 650 women, and her servants testified that they buried at least 50 bodies on her command. However, the nature of these documents has come to light in the years since paints a slightly different story. First of all, Báthory herself was never actually put on trial, and the main case itself was filed against 4 of her servants. Next, the servants did not testify to the burial of victims' bodies until after they had been interrogated and tortured. The official that claimed to transcribe Báthory's verbal list of 650 victims was not asked to testify, and neither was the investigator who allegedly caught her in the act of torturing someone. Báthory herself was also never given the chance to testify, and there's strong evidence to suggest that the majority of the 289 witness accounts against Báthory were fabricated by prosecutors. Despite this, Báthory was found guilty and sentenced to house arrest, which lasted until she died in 1614. But if most of the evidence against her was fake, then how did she end up getting convicted for so many murders? Well, this is where it starts to get interesting, because Báthory's nephew had recently launched a military invasion against the very powerful House of Habsburg, the same House of Habsburg that owed Elizabeth Báthory an awful lot of money. So the theory goes that the House of Habsburg framed Elizabeth Báthory for these murders so they could get out of paying her back. And as the House of Habsburg now didn't have to pay her back, it meant she couldn't bankroll her nephew's invasion of them. How convenient. I'm going to be making a long form video about Elizabeth Báthory in the near future where I go into way more detail. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check it out when it drops.